This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Books, PD products, science, fashion, and glam talk. From Bollywood to Hollywood, it's Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi, right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. And here's your host, international speaker, educator, award-winning entrepreneur, and best-selling author, Dr. Afshan Hashmi.
Hello everyone, this is your loving host and best-selling author, radio and TV personality, Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from her studio in Louisiana. And here, folks, I will be talking about today. I went to an iftar and I covered that iftar. Iftar is the breaking of fast, and there is a big backlog because many of my clients I have covered. This show comes once a week, so I cannot rush it into things. And then my other show, doco series, both of them, like I'm very busy, and this one comes every Tuesday at 6 p.m. US Eastern Time, and both my shows, doco series and this one, is syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. So if you give me sponsorship, your product will be syndicated to 300 million listeners. And before I start that, I want to remind you that these are my two books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And the second one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. So when my first book came, it was Amazon bestseller and hot #1 new release on Amazon. And my second book came, it was Amazon bestseller as well as, I want a movie or a documentary to be made of the first book. And all those documentary producers, please contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. My second book, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, I also want a movie or a web series made, and Tailflix has given me a very good evaluation, and please go and see what Tailflix has given me. Having said that, folks, now I will be talking little bit about AMMWEC, the organization. I covered the iftar, and it is here. AMMWEC, American Muslim and Multi-Faith Women Empowerment Council. Vision: Muslims deserve responsible mainstream leadership to help showcase the true beauty of our community. As mothers and sisters, we have the power to build a bright future together with Americans of all backgrounds. So this is a photograph. Mission: AMMWEC takes on the challenge of internal and external bigotry by empowering Muslim women on the front lines. Inspired by our own journeys as immigrants who have prospered in America, we are proud American Muslim women leaders who unite to strengthen our community, confront bigotry in all its forms, celebrate cultural heritage, and build enduring bonds with fellow Americans of all faiths. As Americans by choice, our work is a tribute to our great country and our heritage. History in 2000. So this is the Anila Ali, the founder with President Obama. In 2009, AMMWEC held its inaugural leadership conference in Southern California with over 700 women in attendance. The founding core leadership were successful South Asian women who encountered difficulties post 9/11, passing through immigration, and felt underrepresented by the existing male dominated community organizations speaking in their name. To address profiling, homegrown extremism, and women's representation in leadership, AMMWEC initiated partnership with local and national law enforcement and successfully began placing young Muslim women in police internships. To address intercommunal tensions, AMMWEC launched an annual interfaith Iftar, bringing together Muslims, Jews, Christians, Bahais, Hindus, and other faiths. Every year, AMMWEC also hosts a family bazaar celebrating cultural heritage from South Asia and beyond. In response to requests for assistance from women facing domestic abuse and anti-Muslim bigotry, AMMWEC's informal community helpline offers guidance and assistance to women in need, domestic abuse, internal or external bigotry. The incidents from the helpline also revealed that women are on the front lines of preventing extremism as mothers and sisters caring for their families. In 2015, AMMWEC presented a policy paper on community counter radicalization efforts at the Obama White House Counter Extremism Summit. So now, folks, I will go on a break and will be back soon.
Would you love exposure for your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talkformedia.com. And now let's hear from some of our sponsors.
Chapter 2: How Jugaad leads to multi-sector success stories in India, including definitions of the Jugaad management principle business model of the book The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. Inspiration. True Jugaad is an inspiration on how to create products using technology that meet the price-value equation. According to a Harvard Business Review article featuring expert Prahlad and Mashelkar, most innovation programs are built on the assumptions of affluence and abundance. We see the rich and the young in both the developed and the developing countries demanding environmental friendly products and services. They also believe that affordability and sustainability are crucial to driving successful business today. New technologies and radical business models are important not only to penetrate mass markets in India but in the entire world. By reconfiguring all areas of the business structure, they will pull.
A monstrous infection is spreading worldwide. OMG, is this a simple infection or a deliberate attempt to ruin the human population? Or maybe it's bioterrorism. What is this global infection and who is spreading it? Help us find out. Go to Amazon and search for The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. The human race needs your help to make this go viral. Go to Amazon.com and read The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection to find out what happens next. Go now! The world is depending on you.
And now, back to Dr. Afshan Hashmi's radio show.
Hello everyone. This is your loving host, best-selling author, radio and TV personality, and today I have come here at Washington Times office, and here there is an iftar here, and I have been invited, and I will be covering the event. So let's see what's going on.
Hello viewers around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi live for her radio show at K4HD and Talk 4 TV show, and I just wanted to request you that please give me sponsorship if you want this show to continue. Having said that, friends, I will see you in another episode of K4HD Radio plus Talk 4 TV show, and if you give me sponsorship I will give you very reasonable price, and also you will get lot of promotion as this show is syndicated worldwide to more than 300 million listeners. Cheers and bye bye.
If you think it's difficult,
and I'm here from TV and Hollywood Radio, and I'm covering this event. And this is a beautiful facility. This is the first time I have come in the office of Washington Times.
we exceed the power in the community, simple.
Arabic, and I love Arabic.
Hello everyone around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi and with K4HD Radio and Talk 4 TV, and here friends, I am live in Maryland in a country club, and I just wanted to say that please give me sponsorship if you want these shows to go on, because it takes a lot of effort and money to produce these kind of shows. Having said that, friends, please give me sponsorship, and cheers and bye bye.
One of these before. We're very privileged to have a lot of us this evening. So I'd like to invite one of our own from AMMWEC, Miss Myra Zayed, to come on up and give us a little presentation about what is Ramadan and some of the meanings behind the customs that you see observed this evening. Thank you, Julie.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all. It's truly an honor to be here as we gather together for this special iftar event by AMMWEC. So Ramadan is a month, but it's just not a month. It's a time of faith, reflection, and unity, bringing us closer to our values, our communities, and to one another. Ramadan is more than just a time for fasting. It is a journey of self-discipline, generosity, and gratitude. It reminds us to pause, reflect, embrace the deeper meaning of compassion and kindness in our daily lives. Tonight, as we share this iftar meal, we celebrate not only our traditions, but also bonds of friendship and understanding that bring us together. So what is Ramadan? For those who may not be familiar, Ramadan is the 9th month of Islamic calendar and is considered the holiest month for Muslims. It is the month in which the Quran was revealed to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and it is observed by fasting from dawn to dusk. Fasting is one of the 5 pillars of Islam and serves as the way to develop patience, self-restraint, and mindfulness. It is a time for spiritual reflection, extra prayers, and act of kindness. When is Ramadan? The Islamic calendar follows a lunar cycle, meaning Ramadan begins and ends with the sighting of the new moon. Because of this, the date shifts about 10 to 11 days earlier each year. This year, in 2025, Ramadan began on March 1st and will end on March 29th. During this time, Muslims greet each other with the phrase Ramadan Mubarak and Ramadan Kareem. So how a typical day look like in Ramadan? It starts with suhoor, the pre-dawn meal, followed by the morning prayer, Fajr. Throughout the day, Muslims abstain from food, drink, including water, and other physical needs until sunset, when they break their fast with iftar. Iftar is often a time for family, friends, and community to come together, sharing in the blessing of the day. In the evenings, special prayers called Tarawih are performed along for deeper spiritual connection. So there is a small video courtesy of TRT World that we're gonna show. And we can play this video. I don't think the slides can play it here, right here.
The arrival of Ramadan marks a month of fasting, spiritual purification, and prayer for Muslims all around the world. In addition to the rituals that include long communal prayers and iftar, Muslims also observe some traditions that are specific to the month and that vary from place to place. Here is a look at some Ramadan traditions from around the world. The holy month also brings unique Ramadan-specific dishes to the menus in several countries, like the Ramadan-pide, a traditional baked flatbread in Turkey with a handmade crisscross pattern that makes it unique. Similarly, penny, a kind of vermicelli that is fried and served in milk, is a popular traditional dish served for suhoor in Pakistan. Fanus, or the Ramadan lanterns, are brightly colored lamps that are known for their distinct designs. The lamps have become symbols of Ramadan in Egypt and are also popular in several other countries like Jordan and Palestine, where they light up streets and homes during Ramadan. Drummers in Turkey beat their drums with melodic poetry to wake Muslims for suhoor. This tradition dates back to the Ottoman era, and drummers try to keep the tradition alive. Ramadan drummers are also popular in other Muslim countries. The Hajj al-Layla tradition is observed in the UAE 15 days prior to the start of Ramadan. Children dressed in traditional clothing venture out onto the streets and roam their neighborhoods collecting sweets and singing songs. The sighting of the new moon of Shawwal marks the end of Ramadan and the arrival of Eid al-Fitr. The last Eid of Ramadan, also known as Chand Raat or Night of the Moon, is celebrated with festivities on the streets of India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. After the final iftar, women and girls flock to the local markets to buy colorful bangles and to paint their hands and feet with henna designs.
This was the Ramadan presentation, and let's see what they have next in the program. This is Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from AMMWEC Iftar dinner at
All right, so but Ramadan is not fasting only. It is about renewal, strengthen our connection to God, engage in self-reflection and personal growth, develop gratitude for what we have, foster empathy for those in need, and increase our generosity through the acts of charity and kindness. And we have a specific charity that we do just right before Eid al-Fitr. It's called it's a sadaqah, and it's also called Zakatul Fitr that we give to those who are in need. Just wanted to add one more thing quickly here. Also, in the last 10 days, we have odd nights where Muslim believes there will be Laylatul Qadr, which is a special night where we believe our prayers would be answered. So tonight would be the 27th of Ramadan, which is considered and assumed to be Laylatul Qadr. And there's a verse that is in Quran about Saum, which is an Arabic word for fast. And it says, "O You who believe observing a Saum, the fasting, is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you, that you may become more righteous. At the end of Ramadan, we celebrate Eid al-Fitr, which means the festival of breaking the fast. It is a time of joy marked by special prayers, gift giving, and gatherings with the loved ones. It is also a time to give those in need, ensuring that everybody can celebrate this blessed occasion together. So, approaching the end, I just want to say Ramadan Mubarak to everyone, and in advance, Eid Mubarak as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Myra. Well, I'd like to transition now to acknowledge some special guests that we have in the room and to briefly introduce a little bit of one of the pieces of the work that we do here at AMMWEC. As we've mentioned, we are very privileged to get to partner with many on interfaith initiatives. As a result of some of our work countering extremism and hate and standing with the Jewish community and others, we've had the privilege of interacting with many of the wonderful diplomats here in the DC community, and we're very privileged to be joined by a few of them this evening who have agreed to grace us with some remarks. So I wanted to start by acknowledging, if I can have Ms. Bruna Murali from the Embassy of Albania come up to share a few remarks. Albania for us has been a country that we've been really pleased to get to interact with officials and learn from their example of pluralism and interfaith cooperation. So thank you so much for being here this evening, Bruna, and the mic is yours.
Thank you, Julie. Good evening, everybody. First of all, I'm very pleased to be here. And Albania is a small country in Europe, and we are very privileged because, as Julie said, maybe you are aware, in Albania we have very good tradition of religion. I'm Muslim, and my husband, he is Catholic Orthodox, and my children, so they ask me, Mom, so it's up to you. So I'm very pleased with this example. I would like to underline that we have during our history, during our time, so always we have this kind of interreligion relations. And we have during the celebration, I know very well Ramadan, we have our tradition as well. And it's not only a fasting month, let's say, but it's a month for humanity, friendship, and in order people they can show it's better to work together in the name of the peace. Because as it was very interesting the moving that we saw before. So for us, it doesn't matter the religion, but the peace is very important. And thank you again. I wish all of you happy Ramadan month, and God bless you. Allah bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I wanted next to acknowledge that we have a couple of colleagues and friends from the Embassy of Malaysia here with us this evening. So I'd like to introduce Ms. Kharia Zahra Abdkayam to come up and give us a few remarks about the interfaith work that they are doing in Malaysia.
Good evening and assalamu alaikum, everybody. It is an honor to address you today on a subject that reflects Malaysia's unique position in the global community, the country's role in fostering peaceful coexistence on the international stage. In an increasingly interconnected world where conflicts often arise due to cultural, political, and religious differences, Malaysia stands as a powerful example of how diversity can be celebrated and how peace can be maintained. Despite our own internal diversity with various ethnic groups, religions, and languages, it has never been a barrier for Malaysia, where we have been coexisting harmoniously, and Malaysia itself has been a model spirit of peaceful interfaith and interreligious culture, peaceful coexistence. At the heart of Malaysia's foreign policy as well is our own commitment to peace, dialogue, and mutual respect. As a member of the United Nations and the Association of the Southeast Asian Nation, or ASEAN. Malaysia is also a member of the Non-Aligned Movement and the Commonwealth of Nations. We have consistently demonstrated our dedication to promoting global peace. The country champions multilateral diplomacy, believing that international problems, whether political, economic, or social, should be resolved through cooperation and dialogue rather than conflict. One of the key principles that defines Malaysia's international relations is its unwavering stance of non-interference in the internal affairs of other nations. This policy is rooted in Malaysia's own history of navigating complex blend of cultures and religion. From this, Malaysia has come to understand the importance of respecting the sovereignty of other nations while encouraging peaceful solutions to conflict, whether it is in addressing regional security issues or mediating peace processes. Malaysia's foreign policy prioritizes diplomacy and, most importantly, respect to each country's unique identity and values. In terms of peacekeeping, Malaysia has contributed to various United Nations peacekeeping missions, sending troops and personnel to conflict zones like Bosnia, Lebanon, and Sudan. Malaysia's involvement in these missions underscores our commitment not only to the security of our own region, but global peace as well. This commitment is reflective of our larger belief and shared security and responsibility. Another notable example of Malaysia's diplomatic leadership is our role in advocating for the peaceful resolution of Israel and the Palestinian conflict. Malaysia has been a staunch supporter of Palestinian rights and has consistently called for a two-state solution based on the respect for international law and human rights. It has used our platform variously, either bilaterally or multilaterally, to speak out on behalf of the oppressed, pushing for a world where dialogue, negotiations, and justice prevail. Additionally, Malaysia has always been actively involved in promoting interfaith and intercultural dialogue globally through our initiatives such as the Kuala Lumpur Declaration on Interfaith Dialogue and the establishment of forums for discussion. Malaysia has always advocated to foster the understanding between differences in cultures and religion. In conclusion, I am proud to say that my country, Malaysia, has always been a staunch supporter and playing its role in promoting peaceful coexistence internationally as our testament to our own belief that lasting peace is achievable when nations come together, respecting each other's differences and seeking common ground. We believe that our foreign policy serves as a beacon of hope, demonstrating that no matter the size of a nation, well, Malaysia is a very small country, regardless of the notion of the complexity of the issue, dialogue, respect, and mutual understanding are key to fostering a more peaceful world. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful. And I wanted to see if Miss Emma Smith from yes, there she is. We're honored to be joined by Miss Emma Smith from the Embassy of the Netherlands, another country that we feel at AMMWEC we have learned a lot from in terms of their proactive approach to fostering an inclusive society, respecting the rights of all and religious pluralism as well. So, Emma, if you want to come up.
Thank you. I will keep it short. My deputy ambassador attended another iftar organized by you two yesterday. I imagine she said something maybe about work. She really valued it. So I'll keep it a bit personal. I love attending these kinds of events. I myself was born a daughter of a reverend, Christian reverend, and I remember fondly growing up in church, but also how much that also was. So for instance, for Christmas, that Muslim friends would come and celebrate Christmas with us. That Jewish friends would come and celebrate Christmas with us. And I don't know if I just got lucky with that experience, but I know that it has shaped me, perhaps even made me pursue this career, this curiosity that I have myself towards other people of faith, and the curiosity that I was met with from them personally. I always find I know we're living in a very difficult world, but what I found with friends, Muslim friends or Jewish friends or from every belief, is that it actually creates a bond to have this sort of shared framework that you grew up with. Of course, the substance can be different, but to have been raised with these ideals that are very much shared between religions. So I always feel that it's an advantage and very, it feels very rich to have been raised this way. And I'm very, very happy to have gotten this invitation to attend this event tonight. I really am in so much awe for people that are doing Ramadan. Will confess that I've tried days, but I've never been able to do more than one day at a time. But I can definitely see all these elements of reflection, of people get closer together, of sharing. So very honored to be here tonight to join me in this iftar. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi live from a barn country club in Virginia, and I just wanted to say that my K4HD radio and Talk 4 TV show called Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi is syndicated worldwide and has more than 300 million listeners. And if you want these shows to continue, please give a sponsorship, and I request to please give a sponsorship because these shows require a lot of energy and money to produce. So I would request everyone to give me sponsorship, and your product will be promoted in a very reasonable price, and you can contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. Cheers and bye bye.
We need to stop that, and to stop that, we need to fully understand what happened. The visit at Yad Vashem, it shook me up to the core. I had to many times stop myself from crying. No one was without tears. It made me felt the responsibility to keep the hope and to say never again.
The smiles in people's eyes when they heard, like, the Muslims, Pakistanis, Americans, and the hugs we got, and the thank you that so many Israelis walked up to us and said, thank you for doing this. By coming here, I was able to share the same experience and increase the knowledge and the education of the people that are with me. Building peace is good for the world. Why is it so difficult? Why do we have to demonize Israel? I know that this is a start of a beautiful conversation, of a beautiful exchange of ideas, but we need to grow this. I get very emotional when I see this because since that day, we have not stopped sending groups of Pakistanis, journalists, civic leaders to Israel. There's just another one that came back, and I'll ask my brother Dan Pfefferman to share the rest of the journey today and come and join us here at the podium. Dan Pfefferman.
I haven't seen that video in a while, Anila, and it's quite beautiful. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Ramadan Mubarak. Shalom to you all. Salam, shalom. They sound alike. It's because they are. The Hebrew Bible, the Tanakh, says, Bakesh shalom veradfehu. Turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. That's what the Prophet David, our common prophet, said in the book of Psalms. He commands us to pursue peace, to pursue it actively, and not just wait for it, and not just talk about it. So my name is Dan Pfefferman. I have the honor of being one of the co-chairmen now of Sharaka, along with Amit Deri, who you mentioned, the founder, and Majid As-Sarah, who I just had the pleasure of seeing in Abu Dhabi just recently. And we're an NGO. based in the Middle East. We are Israelis, we are Arabs, we are Pakistanis, we are Jews, we are Muslims, Christians, Druze.
Hello viewers around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi live for her radio show at K4HD and Talk 4 TV show, and I just wanted to request you that please give me sponsorship if you want this show to continue. Having said that, friends, I will see you in another episode of K4HD radio plus Talk 4 TV show, and if you give me sponsorship, I will give you very reasonable price, and also you will get lot of promotion as this show is syndicated worldwide to more than 300 million listeners. Cheers and bye bye.
So now, folks, the time is less. So, Rebel, can you play the other films also before we end? So it's just 10 minutes left, 8 minutes.
North Africa, and now proudly South Asia as well, working to promote peace actively based on the Abraham Accords framework. And we're so honored to be here. I have friends here who you'll hear short messages from Bahrain and from Morocco and from Syria as well. And Anila, we're so honored you're our partner, our dear partner in this. You have been since the beginning, and we've done so much good work together. I can very humbly say, and
Hello everyone around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi and with K4HD radio and Talk 4 TV, and dear friends, I am live in Maryland in a country club, and I just wanted to say that please give me sponsorship if you want these shows to go on, because it takes a lot of effort and money to produce these kind of shows. Having said that, friends, please give me sponsorship, and cheers and bye bye.
One of these before. We're very privileged to have a lot of us this evening. So I'd like to invite one of our own from AMMWEC, Miss Myra Zayed, to come on up and give us a little presentation about what is Ramadan and some of the meanings behind the customs that you see observed this evening.
Thank you, Julie. Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all. It's truly an honor to be here as we gather together for this special Iftar event by AMMWEC. So Ramadan is a month, but it's just not a month. It's a time of faith, reflection, and unity, bringing us closer to our values, our communities, and to one another.
Hello everyone around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi and with K4HD radio and Talk 4 TV, and dear friends, I am live in Maryland in a country club, and I just wanted to say that please give me sponsorship if you want these shows to go on, because it takes a lot of effort and money to produce these kind of shows. Having said that, friends, please give me sponsorship, and cheers and bye bye.
prayer, charity, zakat, by the way, we say zakat, zakat, okay? And fasting, because when you fast, you put aside the material and you focus on the spiritual. We believe in Judaism, when we fast, it lets us be like angels. for a day, for a week, for a month, who don't think about material needs. So on this Ramadan, I can say, together with our partners at AMWEC and hopefully with everyone in this room, we've done so much to continue to deepen and expand this new peace in the region, hopefully around the world, hopefully in this country, which has been far too polarized for the last years. On this Ramadan, and as we get close to Easter, and as we get close to the Jewish holiday of Pesach, let us all choose peace and pursue it. Bakesh shalom veradfehu. I wish all of you Ramadan Mubarak and Eid Mubarak soon, and thank you so much.
We're very honored to have, this was a surprise. Dr. Jenkins is one of America's leading religious freedom advocates and leaders. And he is here honoring us. So I'd love for him to say a few words, after which I ask my Sharaka friends to come and speak. And what we can start with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Peace, shalom. So happy to be here with you. I'm Michael Jenkins. I'm president of Washington Times Holdings, and I'm also president of the UPF International. And we just welcome you. We're so happy to celebrate with all of our family from many different backgrounds. I see Dr. Anthony Vance here, one of the key Bahai leaders in the world, and we're just really want to celebrate this great offering of Ramadan. We're really excited to see Dan Pepperman again and Anila, and I learned about Saraka before, and it's amazing how when people are really committed to honor God and really also see the divinity in one another, then there are no barriers. There's no barriers. I've been to the Middle East many, many, many times, and that's what I found. If you're really genuine in your faith, like Anila or Dan, you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere, and that's kind of exciting. You don't go with a particular agenda. You don't go there to do anything but love and embrace people and find out the people who are really living according to the foundation and teachings of their own faith. That those people who really live according to what they believe, they go into a different kind of ability to communicate. They don't communicate out of fear because they communicate with a kind of
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi live from Aban Country Club in Virginia, and I just wanted to say that my K4HD radio and Talk 4 TV show called Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi is syndicated worldwide and has more than 300 million listeners. And if you want these shows to continue, please give a sponsorship, and I request to please give a sponsorship because these shows require a lot of energy and money to produce. So I would request everyone to give me sponsorship, and your product will be promoted in a very reasonable price, and you can contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. Cheers and bye bye.
So, folks, this was MWAC presentation, and I thank Dr. Anila and the team for inviting me to cover this. Having said that, folks, if you want your events to be covered, please contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. Having said that, please go and buy my two books, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, as well as The Modern Mughal Mentality. They are available worldwide and wherever books are sold. And also, please give me sponsorship because this show is syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. Having said that, folks, cheers and bye bye.
You've been listening to Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. Tune in live right here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Would you love exposure to your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And remember, if you missed any part of the show or want to hear it again, find our featured show on iHeartRadio or YouTube, where all past episodes are available on demand 24/7. See you next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on K4HD and Talk4 TV.